William with Believe Unlimited. I believe I will. And today's topic, accepting my life is because of me. When we think in terms of all the things that have happened to us and are happening to us, or that we're dealing with, and they're not good things and nothing is the way we want it to be, we have no control over the way it is when we view it as it's all that out there. So when we accept that all that I'm experiencing is because of me and the choices that I've made and the best choices I've made, it can sound like that would be a depressing statement. But let me put a little twist on that. It's not. It's the most exciting statement in the world, that everything in my life is because of me. That person that bullied me when I was younger, the people that bullied me, my wife that divorced me, all those things that were not what I wanted, they happened anyway. And when I put the blame out there and it's his fault because I got bullied, it's her fault because of a divorce, it's their fault, it's what we've done essentially is we've made it up to them to change conditions so that my life becomes better. And when we accept that all that we are experiencing is because of me, the person in the mirror has made the choices to co-create the experience that I'm experiencing right now, it now gives us our power back, where we are the ones that are in control of what we do next, how we move forward from this point. We can't necessarily change. We can change how we see what we've experienced, not necessarily what we've experienced. But when we get excited about, this is not what I want, and I'm not happy with what's going on, all right, I get to make new choices so that I can create something new. It gives the power back to us. It's not all them people or all that stuff out there that has to change before I can be who I want to be. We accept and take responsibility for our life, that all that we've experienced is because of me. And at times it can feel like I can't accept all of it because there's too much that has happened. It would just crush me if I accepted all of that experience. And how I put it, it's like walking across a teeter-totter, in the swing. Your playground, you got, the one person goes up and the one other person goes down and the other person goes up, the other person goes down. It's like walking across one of those. And as we're walking up, it's more difficult to walk up it. But there comes a point. So as we start taking the responsibility and acknowledging that we are the ones that made these choices that led us to where we're at, we walk towards it and we accept and we embrace that we made choices and we participated and we are responsible for how we view it, how we react to it, how we act in it, what we respond with, We are responsible. And as we take on that responsibility, and it gets really hard. And this is a steep teeter-totter. And it gets really hard to get there. There comes a point when we're accepting responsibility for our own lives where we no longer have to accept anymore. That's all there is. We've accepted everything. And we hit the fulcrum, the apex of that. And that point is where it starts to become purposeful and exciting, that we take responsibility for our lives, that we take responsibility for our choices, for our contributions. The fact that we reacted in a moment and lashed out and we lost a friendship. They did us wrong, but we lashed out and we take responsibility. And it comes to a point where all of a sudden we cross over and now we're walking with it instead of up against it. And we now, in that moment when it shifts, now we can accept that we make the choices, that we're in control, that we're making all the moves. And life does happen, things happen, but we have to accept that we are prepared for it, that this is part of my experience, and accept it. And it makes the burden lighter. It doesn't make it feel much better sometimes, but the burden becomes lighter because now we understand that we play a role in all of these things happening to us. It's not random things happening. We are playing a role in these experiences. And that role gives us the opportunity to make new choices, that we can control certain amount of what we experience in our life because we can choose to respond in a manner that works for us and moves us forward. It helps us to become who we are and know who we are. And the burden is not that heavy. And I do agree. There are a lot of things that it shouldn't have been. And it's not fair. And it shouldn't happen to you. It shouldn't have happened to me. But it did. And now I get to make a choice. And I hold that responsibility in my heart. That now that I've accepted the responsibility for my life, I get to do with it what I want. And I can take that and create a purpose and build something from it. There's a reason and a purpose in all that we've experienced, if you want to grasp it. So, taking responsibility, accepting that my life is because of me, is actually the most freeing experience you'll ever experience. And I highly recommend you give it a whirl. Have some fun with it. And as always, you can always reach out and ask how. Ask, what do I do? How do I deal with that? What do I say? I don't have the answers to all of your experiences, but I might have a perspective that I can share with you that will help you glean the answer and the purpose that you're looking for. So I'm always here. Comment, reach out. But remember, you are responsible for your life as I am responsible for my life. I know you're awesome, so you stay awesome. And we'll catch up to you next time.